Hi everyone, welcome to the Consulting Couch. Here we discuss all things consulting. Today in our industry overview series, we are going to discuss automobile industry. So, as you all know, automobiles are integral to our daily lives, providing convenience and mobility. The first thing is key components in the value chain of the automobile industry. Research and development. It includes innovation in vehicle design, safety, and technology. Parts and components manufacturing. This includes production of essential components such as engines, transmissions, and electronics. Vehicle manufacturing, which includes assembly of vehicles in factory, distribution, transport of finished vehicles to dealerships and customers, and sales and marketing, which includes promotion and sales of vehicles through various channels. And then comes after sales services, which includes maintenance, repairs, spare parts supply, insurance, and all those kind of stuff. Now, these were the major headers which are involved in the value chain of automobile industry, right from research and development to selling of the car and after sales service. Now we are going to discuss about what are the key drivers in the automobile industry. Economic conditions, consumer purchasing power and economic growth impact vehicle sales directly. Technological innovation, advances in electric vehicles, autonomous driving and connectivity is very crucial when it comes to automobile industry. Regulatory environment. Regulatory environment can include emission standards, safety regulations, and government incentives. Let's say government decides that they are going to give certain amount of subsidy towards EVs, electric vehicles. The sales of EVs are going to increase, of course. So the regulatory environments are very important when it comes to automobile industry. Consumer preferences. Now, depending upon the need of the buyer, like consumer can prefer specific vehicles such as SUVs, sedans, hatchbacks, electric vehicles, commercial vehicles, etc. Fuel prices. Needless to say that fuel prices have a great influence on consumer choice between fuel efficient vehicles versus electric and conventional vehicles. Now, we are going to discuss key segments. Now, how the automobile industry is divided in the major headers. The first one is passenger vehicles. This includes sedans, hatchbacks, SUVs, and crossovers, which we buy usually for a day-to-day need, for our family needs, etc. Then comes commercial vehicles. This includes trucks, vans, buses used for goods and passenger transport, etc. Then we have electric vehicles, which have become very common in the recent times. This include battery electric vehicles, which are called BEVs, and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, which are called PHEVs. Then we have luxury vehicles. These are high-end cars offering premium features and performance. And then we have specialty vehicles such as off-road vehicles, sports cars, and other niche market segment which cater to very specific set of people. Now we are going to discuss about what are the major costs in automobile industry. The first one, which is directly involved in parts and component manufacturing, which is raw material cost. This includes steel, aluminium, plastic, other materials used in vehicle production. Needless to say that as and when the prices of steel, aluminium, plastics, and other materials are going to change or fluctuate, they are going to directly impact the prices of our automobiles. Labor cost. Now, wages and benefit for workers, which are included in research and development, sales, after sales service, marketing, distributions, directly impact the cost of that particular vehicle. Manufacturing costs. These are the costs which are directly associated with the running factories, including machinery, utilities, etc. Then we have uh, research and development cost. Now, this automobile industry is consistently improving. New type of vehicles are coming in. So research and development becomes a very important aspect for any automobile company. So this includes researching new technologies, safety features, vehicle models, etc. to keep themselves up to date with the trends and to keep themselves neck and neck with their competitors. Then we have marketing and sales cost. This includes advertising, dealership incentives, sales commissions, etc. Then, of course, there are certain regulatory compliance which each and every company has to follow. There is a cost which is associated when meeting certain safety and environmental regulations. After discussing major cost, we are going to discuss about major revenue sources. The first one being, of course, vehicle sales. This is the primary revenue from selling new and used vehicles. Then we have financing and leasing. This sort of income comes from vehicle financing and leasing programs. Like certain companies, suppose they are leasing a certain set of vehicles to corporates or governments or any other parties, they have amount of revenue coming in from those sources. Then we have also certain sort of tie up with the banks or the financing companies, NBFCs, like they tie up so that it becomes easy for people to buy those vehicles. So financing also becomes a major source of revenue for automobile industry. Then we have after sales services. This includes revenue from maintenance, repairs, spare parts, extra add-on features, etc., which depends on the need of the customer. Then we have extended warranties and insurance, sales of additional warranties and insurance products. Suppose the buyer wants to extend the warranty from 5 years to 7 years or certain parts, then the companies they charge extra amount for it. And then there are major players in the insurance industry when it comes to automobile industry. They have tie up with banks, NBFCs, and other companies uh, where the banks and other companies they sell their motor insurance through automobile company. So the automobile company, they get a certain cut of the insurance amount. So all this also becomes a major revenue source. Then we have license and technology, licensing of technology and patents to other manufacturer. Certain, like suppose some automobile industry discovers new technology, then the other companies like other companies are going to approach that automobile company and ask for the and request for the license to to include those features in their cars, in their automobiles as well. Then in order to get the revenue, they are going to patent. The automobile company which has discovered this technology, they are going to patent this technology and they are going to sell these patents to the competitors and earn some revenue out of it. Then we have fleet sales and connected services. This includes sales to corporate and government fleets and subscription services for connected cars, features like navigation, entertainment, safety. Then we are going to discuss about major challenges which are faced in automobile industry. The first one being economic volatility. This one includes recession and downturns. This can directly impact consumer spending and vehicle sales. Then we have exchange rate fluctuations which affect cost and revenue in international markets. Then we have technological disruptions. This includes EV adoption, such as transition from internal combustion engines to electric drivetrains, electric vehicles. Now, this is directly going to impact the sales of my non-EVs as and when people are going to adapt more and more electric vehicles due to concern towards environment, due to rising fuel prices, etc. So, tech disruption is one of the major challenges which automobile industries face. Then we have regulatory compliance, such as emission standards, stricter environmental regulations requiring cleaner technologies. So, like companies have to change and adapt their technologies as and when the regulatory compliance changes. And the safety regulations, ongoing requirement to enhance vehicle safety features, adding extra safety features which are earlier not mandatory. Thus, they lead to increase the cost of automobile industry and then customer hesitate to buy that kind of vehicle. Then we have supply chain management and component shortages issues, which include risk from geopolitical issues, natural disasters, wars, pandemics, which are directly going to affect the supply chain on the global level. Let's say automobile industry based out of India is exporting some parts from USA or Russia or Europe or any other country, and then COVID hits, the pandemic hits, and the entire supply chain is disrupted. So this is going to pose a major threat to the sales of the car, and it is directly going to hit the revenue of that company because the supply chain is disrupted. The parts are not getting supplied to India, and the company is not able to make more vehicles of that kind. Then, of course, we have intense competition from the competitors, which includes price wars, competitive pricing pressures, and among manufacturers. Then, as and when we know that there are new entrants in the markets, they pose challenges from, especially in the EV market, electric vehicles. They are going to, they are posing challenges from the to the they are posing challenges to the old established players. Then consumer expectations, which change time to time. They demand for advanced features. This includes the latest technology and connectivity. Then they also want quality and reliability. This include maintaining high standards to meet consumer expectations. Then we have environmental concerns as well, where the automobile company is directly pressurized by the government or certain groups, certain environmental concerned groups, to adapt more and more sustainability practices and carbon footprint reduction, wherein they have to show their concern regarding environment as well. Then we have market saturation. Mature markets they pose a major challenge to automobile industry. This includes limited growth opportunities in saturated markets for the new entrants, the new players. Then we have emerging markets. Emerging markets include challenges in penetrating and establishing a presence in emerging economies such as settled economies. Suppose, let's say, a new automobile player has to enter into Europe or US market, which is mature market. So that particular company is going to face a lot of difficulties to enter into a matured economy as compared to if that same company wants to enter into India or any other economy where the country has not yet matured yet. So depending on the economy, the strategy is going to be different. So this was an overall view of the automobile industry wherein we discussed what are the key components in the value chain, what are the industry drivers, key segments, major costs, revenue sources, major challenges, etc. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to like and subscribe our channel to have such more informative content. Thank you.